I missed y'all. It's been a while. As the greatest, at least one of the greatest lyrical spitters ever said, it's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you without a strong video to step to. And look at here, we got 3 slabs. So the first thing I want to show you, nobody gives you this. I'm the only one talking this. Look at this. There's 2 layers of membrane. Nobody's giving that. You see that? That's the bottom layer. We don't want to remove that. We don't want that bone clean and stripped like this. We want that protection. But we do want the top. We're going to find out in our next video, do we even want that top layer off? And we're going there next. We're going 3 slabs next too, probably in about 2 weeks, to find out membrane on, membrane cut, or membrane removed altogether. Let's get this off. I just want to show you how easy it is, and baby backs are even easier to remove it. You should have this almost ivory-like white, not the straight bone showing like here. That's probably a butcher job. Might be me, who knows? I might be passing the buck. So what this video is going to be about is nothing, no binder at all. Mustard and my special red sauce. I added 2 more things in it. I had done a lot of research, and I think I was missing 2 things off of my red sauce to really give it a little bit more flavor. What I believe, let's bring you back up. Oh, by the way, damaged my camera. It's getting sent away, so I'm back to the phone. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Wait till you see my next baby. I'm popping out probably this weekend for our next video. But I believe binder is needed. I believe mustard is just adding that binder, but there's nothing, and there's no additional, it's not adding anything else. I don't believe. Everybody's mustard down. I have seen nobody use this red sauce. Now we're at a 5 ingredient red sauce that I add to it that I believe is gonna add color, and it's gonna add a lot of secondary flavor to it. That's what we're gonna call it. I believe it, but I don't know. Remember, if you didn't see my steak video, reverse sear or direct sear, we had no difference. It might be the same here. You might not need a binder at all. I got an extra piece I need to get cut off. See that right there? I don't want any hanging pieces because that's gonna burn. It's just not gonna cook right. And presentation is so important. So I trimmed pretty good, probably about an 8. I could have trimmed better. All right, so let's bring you back down. I'm gonna give you a quick look at the back side of adding the binders. I need to get gloved up because I don't want to rub this in with my bare hands. Shake your mustard up. No cuts. You get to see it all. I'm not the guy that's scared to show you my mistakes. Another thing you want to do, you want to pat it dry. I want a dry surface. I do not want that moisture because we're going to get that. We're going to add that. We're going to get that. We don't need it to start with it. So, our first one, just enough to cover it. And then with our red sauce, same thing. Let me put my lid on it. Let's do the right thing. Shake it up. But that's the only thing, because it's homemade. There's not all these, for lack of a better term, binders or stuff to hold it together. Because it is homemade, it tends to separate. I could probably get about 2 weeks out of this before I gotta remake it up again. All right. I'm gonna give you a quick look, and then the top side is gonna be the exact same as the bottom side. No difference at all. There we go. Whew. I knew I had gloves. My other box was empty. I really, when I go ribs is my thing. I bring out the big boy. These are Oklahoma Joes. They're really good. They're durable, a little thicker, better for touch, but they're not as easy to rip as your local restaurant depots are. So although rubs, I do not rub them in. I shake them on. The binder must be rubbed in. I do got a little touch here. I need to clean it. I need to get a little space because as you see, we got some trail over, and I want to make sure this experiment is as clean as possible. So I'm gonna get all that off. It's important. It's important. And this is our control. Our control, we're going with no binder at all. So a couple things I want to show you real quick. The first thing I do, I layer. For those that's been around me knows, I layer. I like a layered effect. I do not like to just, because some people, I've seen it, will put all their spices into one rub, mix it all together, and get it going. Not me. I like to layer. And I like to layer a spice. I like to go spice, sweet, spice. For instance, nobody else is doing this. Nobody else cares enough. Look at, you cannot take cayenne powder and do that number on it. It's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. But this is for tea leaves, and it is amazing. Now you are gonna lose some. Don't think you're not gonna lose any. You are gonna lose some when loading, but you can reuse it. So the first thing I'm gonna do is give it a nice little glaze. Look at how thin that is. So it's not overwhelming. I don't want to overwhelm them with heat. I want them, as they're going through, to have a little taste of the heat without it dominating. So we're keeping it going. All right, like I say, I go heat, sweet, and maybe a seasoning heat. So with that in mind, my next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go brown sugar. Brand new. I left no room for any issues here. No clumping or anything else. I want to bring all fresh new ingredients to you. Let me get another. Now, I don't necessarily sprinkle my brown sugar in, but I do get it on. The sprinkle comes with my rub. And what rub I'm using, it's no biggie. I think is a very small difference from one rub to another. One, you might have a little more salt. One, you might have a little more heat. One, you might have a little more sweet. But we're already covering all that, so no biggie. Let's get our brown sugar on. And now, our grill is just about prepared. As much as I hate it, for those that's been with me, you know I hate to run through gloves like that. Gloves are expensive. That box of 50 will cost me, for these good ones that I only use when I bring out the ribs, it's gonna cost me about $9 for them. It doesn't sound like much, but every dollar you spend is a dollar you don't keep. If you didn't see my steak video, you've got to get there. That's the one where I find out, is it direct, is it reverse sear or direct sear? And I'm feeling pretty confident with this. Okay, now after that goes my rub. I got new shakers. I don't know how much I like them or not. Let's find out. Ah, that is good. Much better than the bottle. I like that. All right, as we're wrapping it up from here, I'm going to go ahead and do the other side, the top side, our presentation side, our meat side, off air. I just want you to see what the process was gonna look like. I like these little bitty shakers because it's much more controlled. I got two more in the wings waiting. So we're We're gonna cut here, take it outside. We're gonna talk about our flow when we get outside, and we might get a little bit of Laker talk. We might welcome the Los Angeles Lakers to the party or not. Who'll see? I'll be right back. Hey, it's a hot one. It's a hot one. As you see, I got the overhead up, so we got a little coverage from the sun. But let's get straight there. One thing I did notice, I'm gonna try to show you as I put it on. I did see it bind and a lot better with, or not bind, but you can see it melting into the meat a lot better with the binder than without. Will that have an end result? That's to be seen. Well, let's find out. Now I got a smaller pellet burner here, so I'm gonna have to go 1 slab up top and 2 down low, because I'm pretty sure they're too long. Oh no, we made it, ladies and gentlemen. But what I am gonna do, you see this is our red sauce, this is our mustard, and here is our control. Every half hour, I'm gonna rotate them, and then I'm gonna spritz them up so we keep that moisture. How long is it gonna take? I've usually noticed it take about 2.5 hours, but it just varies, man. You cannot set your timer. You can set your timer to checks, but you can't set that 3-2-1 method. Nobody likes you. If they use that on you, they don't like you. They don't care enough to monitor their stuff and get it right. So I will see you in about 30 minutes, and we'll do our first rotation. Because the grill has hot spots. That's why I just don't leave it and set it. Grill has hot spots. In order to get an absolute authentic test, we must put every rib through the exact same cycle as the other. So let me do my cleanup work. By the time I'm done, it's time to do our first rotation, our first spritz. Matter of fact, nope. I'm gonna let it set for an hour. I'm gonna let it get its initial cook. Half hour is too quick for our first rotation. 1 hour, and then every 20 minutes after that, I'm gonna rotate it. That'll give me a total of 3 rotations in the first hour and 50 minutes, hour and 40 minutes. I like it. See you back shortly. SOS, sauce on the side. Welcome back, baby. All right, let's get gloved up. I'm gonna show you my temperature so you know I haven't taken a peek or anything, because open that grill for 2 or 3 seconds, you're gonna lose 10 degrees immediately. And the longer you do it, you'll be down in the hundreds, and it'll take you 5-10 minutes to heat back up. So I gotta insulate, because these ribs are gonna be a little hot. I'm just as anxious to see our first run as you are. But I gotta make sure I'm just as prepared as I am anxious. All right, let's get in there. You see, we're still kicking out some smoke. We're still getting good smoke. All right. And I'm gonna pick them up and show you. Don't worry, I got another camera coming in. Here is our red sauce, our mustard, and nothing. So, you're starting to see a little bit of bone pull back. Pretty, a pretty color. Let me see. Our control, we do get some good bend though. Not as pretty. And I'll pick up the mustard and show you it also. What else do we got here? I'll show you that also, man. Let me let you into the party. Here goes our mustard. Not bad, not bad. Coming along, we're getting some bone showing. I think we got about another hour at max. Okay, they are getting hot. I got some beans, and I'm gonna top them off with some of those trimmings from that rib meat. I use everything possible. And last but not least, I gotta stir up our sauce. So I'm letting this soak up a lot of that flavor that's going on in here. Now, as you see, we've only been in here about 2 minutes. We're down to 180 degrees, so it cost us. Give me a second. Let me get our spritz. Pause, let me get our spritz. All right, we got our spritz. What do I have here? A little apple cider vinegar, a little water, and I went with pineapple juice today. I was feeling that test. Let's see what we got. It is gonna cool our meat down, but it's also gonna provide that moisture. Come on. I haven't learned how to quit it from spraying, but I'll figure that part out. All right, so we're gonna see each other in probably about an hour. I should be pulling. I'll let you see me pull, wrap, and then we're going back in for probably about 45 minutes to an hour. So I'll see you in about an hour. All right, we're ready. We finally got our pull back. So let me get my glove and we're going hot. I'm only gonna wrap one. I'm gonna wrap our control. We'll keep it for a surprise what our other two look like. I don't think our wrap is only gonna be about a half hour, maybe 40 minutes at the most. So of course I'm gonna go with some brown sugar. Good, I got a good video of it. That's about enough. And then a little of our rub. And last but not least, I ran upon this and I really like it. It's the Heath Riles brown sugar honey habanero. It's a good blend, it's a good mix. I give it up when I see it. So I'm gonna give a little bit of that on there. Now, let me grab our rib. Whew, I didn't bring my insert, so I know it's gonna be hot. Oh yeah, we got good pullback. Oh no, that's too hot. That's too hot. Give me a second, let me put on my insert. It's blazing hot. Insert on, glove on. This part is kind of important. That's why I'm filming it real quick. Only one though. And I'll do the other off film. And there we have it. I don't know if you can see how pretty that is. That's our control one. I'm gonna get rid of this bone right here. That's gonna poke through my foil and it's gonna mess me up. So I go in, up, in, and close it up. God, oh, that almost fell into a bed of rocks. That would have really hurt. But okay, we see it. So I fold it. I do the exact same fold every time. I'm only gonna put these on for about a half hour. I feel really good with what we have. All right, allow me to do the other ones. We'll be back in about an hour. All right, we're closing it out. I promise you we're closing it out. We had a great rest period, about 50 minutes. Please excuse the noise in the background. We'll work through it if you can hear it. Let's get it sharpened. I don't know what we're coming with. I haven't opened it up yet. And there is one thing I need to do. I need to glove up because I am dealing with food ready to eat. So remember, we got 3 slabs. 1 control, 1 mustard, and 1 with my red sauce. Let's get them out. Get them nice and warm. That's our control. Remember, our mustard was the longer one. There goes our mustard. Let's bring you down now. Forget about me. I don't know what that just came to. Let's get out of my red sauce. We got them all lined up. I need the pan still though. Remember, I did double foil it. Oh wow, it's pretty. It is pretty. Look at. Oh, it's really hot though. Still very hot after an hour because we really slowed down our cooling period. All right, on each one we're going, I always cut bone side up because like I didn't tighten up my ribs and have them really straight. Sometimes you get a little crooked in them and it makes it hard to avoid the bone. Nice cut. We're gonna go in the middle of every one of them. Let's move this here. Let's get that out the way. No, that's my red sauce. I'm glad I did. I got a little leak through. So I'm glad I did double wrap. Another pretty one. Pretty. Really hot. And this is an example of how it's a little curved. There goes number 2. And here goes number 3. Ooh. You know I got preference for this one though, but I keep it honest. Look, I got a good bend. That bend is everything. When you get that bend like that, you're doing something. All right, we got them lined up. Let's do a visual. Not much of a difference. Let's get straight to the test. We got a great smoke ring. Let's get you up. That's a good rib. The reason for the control is so important to let you know where your flat line is at. That's good. That was a nice clean bite too, look at it. Nice and clean, no tears, no rips, nice clean. Let's go to our mustard. That's 10, oh my God. That one destroys that. Mustard destroys it. Wow. That's a damn good rib. And you know what my favorite is. Now I'm nervous to eat this damn thing. Oh. Just as tender. I give it about 5% more flavor with a little aftertaste of kick. Like, as you're chewing it, like it activates the little bit of kick. Definitely acceptable. Ooh, that's good. Look how clean that was. Look at how clean that bite was. Right at the bone. Watch. Oh, let's watch this. Well, goddamn good rib. Binder is needed. I'm going with my red sauce. Now, how do you know I'm not just lying because that's my thing? Go back to my steak video. I was absolutely for sure direct sear would beat reverse sear any day of the week, and it did not. They broke even. So I've got credibility. So next, ladies and gentlemen, we're going back to steak. I'm going to New York strip. High and hot, slow and low. Which beats which? Ladies and gentlemen, I got it all lined up. I've got at least 15, 20 more of these to find out what beats what. I got them lined up. Come with me. Invite a friend with you. You never know how you might make a difference for somebody else that maybe was gonna do ribs, that maybe is gonna do a New York strip, that wants to give their family more than just the basics. What a damn, oh, these ribs are so good. Ladies and gentlemen, you could be here, you should be here. Sauce on the side for all your catering needs.